Alright guys, welcome back. This is our post Turning Point episode. We'll just round out some of the things that happened last night on the show, and we'll talk about maybe where we're going to go in the future, because I think I've got some interesting plans. So just to run back through the card, if I can show history. So we kicked it off with the Good Brothers defeating the Guns to become Impact Tag Team Champions. Obviously, we had the little issue with Alex Shelley now leaving, so we've got to move on past that. It's kind of thrown the tag team division up in the air next month. I think the Good Brothers are going to just do some open challenges and stuff like that until we get them back on track the month after that. Swanee, Eric Young, I haven't decided yet if the story is running or not. I think it might run for another month. We'll maybe do 2 out of 3 falls or something at the pay-per-view. Trey versus Chris Bay. Obviously with Leo Rush's injury, their storyline was kind of shortened, because I think maybe with Leo Rush being involved it could have ran a wee bit longer, or even could have like left the Trey match, had Chris Bay maybe defend the belt another couple times against other random opponents, and then have Trey come back and win. But this is also fine. In terms of opponents after Trey, I think the plan is running a Super X Cup, and he'll probably take on an opponent from that cup. Heath and Rhino versus the North will have a rematch. The North aren't going to take a loss to these guys lying down, so the rematch there will be fine. We're going to go for Perazo versus Kelly Ray. Obviously, Gino Perazo injured Susie at the end of the pay-per-view, so Kelly Ray gets her match that way. Callahan will move on from Moose. He's going to be part of a big #1 contenders match on the next Impact show. And EC3 defeated Eddie Edwards, and we'll find something new, hopefully, for both to do. Eddie Edwards maybe not for now. We might let him cool down for a month, and then move him back into something. So a 59 was really good, I thought. I was quite pleased with it. This is the title prestige. None of them have really moved, I believe. Yeah, Diana Perazo's is the same, despite I think that being her best defense by a wee bit, actually. The World Championship. No improvements in prestige. How did that fare? Yeah, second best match behind the triple threat they had last month. The World Tag Team titles, I think, is also the same. Yeah, the prestige is pretty much the same for all of these, as they had their second best match as well, because that TV match that the Guns had actually the other week was better, decent. And Trey has not raised the prestige of that belt just yet. Despite him actually also being the best match. So as you can see, we're getting better and better as we go along. As I said, I'm thinking for next month, we'll have a Super X Cup. Probably going to change the format from what they do in real life. I like the Super X Cup maybe as a bit of a round robin. So 2 brackets of 6 guys, with the semi-finals and the finals probably happening not at Final Resolution, but at Hard to Kill. Maybe the semi-finals will happen on TV, but the finals will probably be on Hard to Kill. And a Knockouts Tag Team title tournament. 6 women at the minute, or 6 team. Possibly thinking of getting the Sea Pirates. I actually haven't looked. I meant to look up the Sea Pirates actually and learn a bit more about them so I could bring them in, but we would still need an 8th team. I don't really have a team I'd be interested in plugging in there, but we'll see. Maybe that'll change. So I'll cover some people. We're looking at making some signs. Oh yeah, so Davey Vega and Matt Fitchett, the besties in the world. Seen them wrestle live twice, I think. Good tag team. I think they'll be a decent hand in the division, and they can sit in the division until they sort of jump out of it. At the bottom of the division until they sort of jump up. Rachel Ellering, aka Rachel Evers, as a potential. She'll probably team up with Alicia Edwards, I think, in the Knockouts Tag Team Tournament. Drago and Daniel Maccabee, both likely entrants in the Super X Cup. Drago, we have a link with AAA, so he'll be a AAA representative in our Super X Cup. I don't have a clear winner for the Super X Cup just yet. Because I think there's a lot of good options in it. You'll see the lineups, I guess, for both. Maybe even a match on Impact this week. And then Serena Deeb will probably partner someone, Jordan Grace, probably, in the Knockouts Tag Team Tournament. The belts, the Knockouts Tag Team belts, I'm going to probably use the same belts. I know they don't in real life, like the exact ones, but I'll probably just bring these ones in. Maybe if I can get another picture, I will. And then we'll just have to build up the 20. And Super X Cup, we'll just use this one and build on that too. I'll just set that for myself. Other than that, some interesting things that have happened this month so far. Austin Theory, this is my shortlist, yes. Austin Theory left the WWE, but he doesn't have the scandal anymore. It seemed to go away. I don't know if it had ended similarly timed in real life. I don't know what's going on with that in real life, but he'd be someone. 800 is a decent whack of cash. I could be tempted to maybe bring him in. I think what I had been thinking about is that he'd probably make a good partner for EC3. Not like a goon per se, but more of like an understudy. He's got decent popularity. He had good matches recently. Yeah, like his matches are all very good. I know that probably those WWE guys are more over than our guys, but if he was working in our sort of mid-card, upper mid-card with the likes of Rich Swann, Sami Callihan, Eddie Edwards, partnering EC3 a lot, I think he could probably do some pretty good stuff. So let me know if you think Austin Theory, EC3, is that a good idea? I think they fit. I think they have a similar sort of, the way we're booking EC3 anyway, I think they have a similar sort of cocky vibe that we could run off of. For those interested, in this world, Zack Ryder and Chelsea Green have broken up, so I don't know if that will impact where he signs, or where he goes. WWE have made another call-up. They love call-ups in this game. But I think they always kind of do in this world, where they've called up Tyler Bate. Can't see them calling up Tyler Bate anytime soon in real life. Think that's kind of nuts, to be honest. He hasn't won any titles since. And since he's been called up, he's had a tag team match for 18 with Angel Garza. A pre-show match against Humberto Carrillo. To be fair, Tyler Bate versus Humberto Carrillo would be a banger. More multi-man tag team matches. Pre-show match with Mojo Rawley. Was he the OTT champion in this? Sorry, I watch OTT, so yeah, he was. He still is. He's made one defense. Odd, very. I couldn't imagine Tyler Bate being the OTT champion, but there you go. And we will also actually look at the man on our own roster, Alex Shelley. Has he had any dream matches in AEW just yet? No, he hasn't even debuted yet. They have use of him though, right? Do they? Yeah. Like, I think he can appear on AEW. They just haven't used him yet, which is odd. But it's a shame that we won't have Alex Shelley actually for the future. I'll show you our company tour. So as you can see, Sami Callihan, EC3, Ace Austin, Carl Anderson, and the departing Alex Shelley. If we go to the... I'll scroll down these and we'll see some of the more interesting ones. If we can find Ring of Honor. I think I skipped New Japan, but we'll show New Japan first. Naito, Okada, Tanahashi, Ibushi, Kenta. I think Evil is still double champion in this. Yeah. Shonyo, Hiromu. Yeah, so they've not really done any title changes by the looks of it. Hiroki Goto, I think, might be a new champion. But pass on that one. Yeah, very recent champion. ROH. Gresham, Skrull, Dragon Lee, Lethal, Bandito. with Tony Deppen as their first pure champion in this save. World champion Dalton Castle is a fresh champion after it was vacated. Did Rush get injured? It doesn't even put it that way. He must have got injured. Cobb, Lethal, Gresham 6-man champions. Lethal, Gresham tag team champions. Dragon Lee TV. And Ashley Vox, women's champion. I actually didn't think about getting Ashley Vox whenever we were looking for women for the tag team tournament, but I haven't actually seen very much of her. To our company, Roman, Becky, Orton, Fiend, and Ronda. Is Ronda back, I wonder? WWE have a lot of belts. AJ Styles, Dolph Ziggler, and Akam are still your Raw Tag Team Champions. Sasha Banks, Raw Women's, Cesaro and Shinsuke, Asuka, US Champion Bobby Lashley, Universal Braun Strowman, WWE Drew McIntyre, Women's Tag Bayley and Sasha, and 24/7 Champion Shelton Benjamin, who's held it for 127 days with 4 successful defenses. Oh boy, having a 63 with Grand Metal League, that would be the best match I'd had ever. Shelton and Grand Metal League actually sounds like a decent match too. NXT, it's her company. Randy Orton, Finn Balor, Adam Cole, Candice LeRae, and Keith Lee. Is Orton like Keith Lee, Eichner, Barthel, Io Shirai, Santos Escobar, and Timothy Thatcher? That's a good shout, Timothy Thatcher. Oh, Randy Orton is down here because he's on loan, right? So he doesn't even show up on the roster. I was going to see if he'd had a dream match yet. I think him and Roman were both down here for a while. I will... Randy Orton. Any dream matches, Randy Orton? He doesn't seem to have appeared on NXT, despite being one of its biggest stars. Unfortunate. NXT UK, sharing company. Oof. James Drake, Marcel Barthel, Zach Gibson, Jordan Devlin, and Noam Dar. Feel like it's missing a lot of ones there. A lot of guys have been called up very clearly. UK champion Jordan Devlin, Killer Kelly, UK women's, and then Gallus are your tag team champions still. Madness. Very, very odd. NXT UK. Something that probably might happen in real life, actually, where they just eventually take everybody back. Jericho, Moxley, Omega, Cody, Nick Jackson. Titles are being held by Kenny. Kenny's a double champion in this. Hikaru Shida and Cody. 9 successful title defenses. The belts are really hard to catch on this in terms of prestige. No, a ladder match with Pac. 82 with Sammy Guevara. That's mad. 81 with MJF, 81 with Sammy Guevara, Chris Jericho. Damn, what's Kenny having if he's having it? He's only just won the belt from Moxley. Kind of like in real life, actually. Highly doubt that he's with Don Callis. I hope not, anyway, seeing I am Don Callis. And 88, Kenny Omega and John Moxley. John Moxley and Adam Page, 84. Ooh. Ooh. So it looks like the big companies in this will be hard to catch, just kind of like we expected. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this episode. The last thing I want to cover is I'm thinking about maybe getting more saves going, or even just instead of more saves, stuff, maybe streaming stuff on Twitch or on YouTube if people were interested. Sort of long-term saves, like booking all of WB. That's something I've thought about doing before. Pick Vince, Triple H, Shawn Michaels or whatever, or Jim Smallman, whoever is in charge of NXT UK, and just try and book the entire company. Take challenges from the comments or from the chat if it's a stream, and then try and do people's challenges and build WB. So the guys you can clearly see guys going from NXT UK all the way up. If it's not a stream save, it would probably just be a here's pay-per-view that I've booked, here's pay-per-view I've booked kind of thing. But you guys could still drop ideas in the comments. That, or maybe a local to global. Let people pick a decade when we could stream that. If people wanted us to start in the early 2000s. you know, and try and eventually challenge WWE. It's better to think, I think personally, to start in the past, not too far back. Maybe if people don't want to do that again, since we've done 85, 86 with WWE a while ago. But you could, start even like 5 years ago, and then because then people, when you have your local to global and you eventually grow, when you get big, you can still get all of recognizable names. Like it's not just regens, so something to think about. Thank you guys for checking out this video. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. And that's sort of the plans for the month. If you guys want to hear any more about those series, you have any signing suggestions, story suggestions, let me know in the comments. Cheers.